Welcome to Amazing Trails Yoga. Today we are hiking at Lake Awosting Trail at the Minnewaska Mountains, and we're hiking. It's also open to a lot of mountain biking. It's just absolutely beautiful here. And today we are doing autumn yoga, welcoming a new season. As you could tell by the fall foliage, the beautiful colors. It's really nice. It's sweater weather, a little chilly. And the two organs that are associated with fall are the lungs and the large intestines, and we'll be focusing on them. So with that being said, take the soles of your feet together into butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. You could use your blocks on the sides if you like to hold your knees up, whatever is more comfortable for you. And we'll begin with pranayama, the breath of life. So on the inhale, we're drawing our chin toward our throat, and we're straightening up. We're not bringing it down, we're bringing it up toward our throat. You're hanging on to maybe your ankles or your shins. And on the exhale, you're just relaxing. So we'll inhale, dropping our chin toward our throat, sitting nice and upright, pulling our shoulder blades back a bit. And exhale to relax. And now we inhale, you're bringing your chin toward your throat as if you had a big yardstick or meter stick going up your back, nice and straight. And exhale down. Very nice. We're extending our left leg out to the side. Bring the soles of your one sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Very nice. And we're going to take a nice inhale. On the exhale, we'll walk our arms forward. You could take your blocks if you would like to rest your forearms on the blocks. Otherwise, you could come down to the floor, the rock that I have, whatever you have in front of you, and you're dropping your third eye to it. Take some nice deep breaths. At the base of your last exhale, you're walking your hands back up and take your left hand, the palm of your left hand, to your right knee. Tent the fingers on your right hand behind you and look over your right shoulder. This is preparing us for half Lord of the Fishes, which will come later. Inhale your right arm up. You're following your gaze to the palm of your right hand. We're coming into Pavrita Janu Sirsasana, revolved head to knee pose. It's okay if you're up here, however far down you can go. And this is a very good autumn asana. This opens up the muscles in our back and our ribs, allowing us to breathe more deeply. Take your left arm out from under you. You're twisting over so you look at your left foot. Take a nice inhale and exhale down. Take some nice long breaths. Walking our hands back up, facing the front of the mat. We'll take an inhale and exhale, coming forward and dropping the crown of our, the third eye to the rock, to the floor, whatever you have, and breathe. You could always take your third eye to the block at any length you like, whatever works for you. Everybody's different. And coming up, very nice. Take your left palm to your right knee, tent the fingers of your right hand behind you, look over your right shoulder. Inhale your right arm up. You're following the gaze, reaching your head to your knee. We're revolving over Pavrita Janu Sirsasana. This is very calming and energizing at the same time. You could come down to any length you like. Right here is fine. Take your left arm out from under your right. You're twisting over, looking at your left foot, taking a breath, and exhaling down. We're walking our hands up and facing the front of your mat. We'll do that one more time. We're inhaling and exhale, coming forward. Again, you could use your blocks. Third eye to a block at any length, to the floor, to my rock, whatever you have. And breathe. We walk our hands up. Very nice. Take the palm of your left hand to your right knee. Tense the fingers on your right hand behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale your right arm up, coming into Pavrita Janu Sirsasana, revolved head to knee pose. However length you like. This stimulates the abdomen organs, helping in digestion, opening your lungs from all different angles to take some great breaths for autumn. And slip your left hand out from under your right, facing your left toes. Take a nice inhale and exhale down. Walking our hands back up. Bend your left leg at the knee. We're coming back into butterfly Baddha Konasana. The soles of our feet are together. Again, you could utilize your blocks if you like. Otherwise, they will need to be at the top of your mat. And we're at butterfly pose. We'll take some pranayama breaths. So you're holding on to maybe your feet, your ankles, your shins, whatever is accessible to you. I'm putting my pointer fingers between my big toe and the next toe. We're inhaling, dropping our chin down toward our chest, toward our throat, the back of our neck, and exhaling. You're inhaling and exhaling. We inhale and exhale. Extend your right leg out to the side of the mat. Take your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Take a nice inhale and exhale down. Oh yes, you might need your blocks again if you like your forearms on the block, the third eye on any side of the block that you like. Otherwise, you're coming all the way down with me. And we're breathing. Walk your hands back up toward your body. Take your right palm and place it on your left knee. Tent the fingers of your left hand behind you. Look over your left shoulder. A lot of revolving and twisting to help the large intestines and the lungs, to open the lungs. Inhale your left arm up, following the gaze, dropping our head to our knee, Parita Janu Sirsasana. And the reason I chose to start in butterfly, butterflies still linger in the fall. You could see so many of them. And taking your right arm out from under your left, we're twisting over to our right foot, revolving, Pavrita. Inhaling and coming down. And butterflies also secrete a type of antifreeze into their systems, preparing for the winter so that their cells and organs do not freeze for those of the butterflies that are hibernating here. And you're walking your hands back up, twisting to the front of the mat. Take a nice inhale and exhale down. Third eye to the block, to the rock, to the floor, whatever you like. Walking our hands back up, we'll take our right hand to our left knee, tenting the fingers of our left hand, and we'll reach behind us, looking over our left shoulder. And you're breathing. Inhale your left arm up. We're coming to Pravrita Janu Sirsasana, revolved head to knee pose. And there's also the butterflies that don't hibernate, they migrate, they take a flying journey south. We're in New York, by the way, so the winters are a little rough here. Take your arm from under, your right arm from under your left. We are twisting toward our right foot, taking an inhale and exhale down. Making our way back up, we're twisting toward the front of the mat. Take a nice inhale and exhale down. At the base of your last exhale, you're inhaling back up and exhale. Take your right palm to your left knee, tent the fingers of your left hand behind you, look over your left shoulder. I'm looking at the beautiful fall foliage, just gorgeous. Inhale your left arm up and over, head to knee pose. Should feel pretty good about now. Take your right arm from under your left. We're facing our right foot, taking the inhale and exhale down. Making our way back up, we'll bend our right leg at the knee and fishtail our feet around, over to tabletop, and we are going to do some cow dogs instead of cat cow, cow dogs. So we are over the top of our feet. Bring your mat, bring your blocks to the top of the mat. We'll be using them shortly. So you're over the tops of your feet. We're inhaling up like a cow, dropping our abdomens toward the mat, pulling our shoulder blades back. And on the exhale, we're lifting up our knees and straightening our legs, bringing our seat to the sky for downward dog. Inhale, coming forward into cow. With cow, it looks like our udders are really full. They're coming toward the mat. And exhale for dog. Coming forward, we inhale for cow. And exhale for dog. Take a nice breath. And walk your hands toward, or your feet, walk your feet toward your hands. We're in forward fold. And you're slowly coming up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Put our palms together. We'll come to the front of the mat, make an intention for today's practice, sending all our love and energy out to everybody who's just welcoming the autumn, the new season, getting rid of the bad, the negative, and just embracing the new, looking forward to new beginnings, making your own private intention. And Tadasana. We're coming to the top of the mat. I'm gonna pull my hair back. It gets so unruly sometimes in these next movements. We are going to do Surya Namaskar B, quite a few sets with some variations to welcome in the fall, to work on our lungs and our large intestines. We will inhale our arms up, dropping our seat into chair, and exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. You could use your blocks if you like, but you inhale your right foot back into a lunge. Exhale your left foot back to meet it, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, coming over the tops of your feet, upward dog. You could get your knees off the mat. Exhale, seat to heels, downward dog. From downward dog, take a nice breath. This becomes a resting position. Looking between your hands, we'll inhale our right foot up between our hands. You could always help it along. Exhale your left heel down to the mat. At the tips of our fingers, our palms are facing each other. We're inhaling up into Warrior One. Exhale, Warrior Two. Very nice. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure your arms are in nice alignment. Your right leg is bent. Could maybe look over, see your big toe. Then you're going to cartwheel your left arm up and around as you lift your left heel and drop your hands to the mat. We're in a lunge position, and exhale your back leg up to meet your right forward fold. Inhale into chair. Exhale Tadasana. We'll do that on the other side. Inhale our arms up. We're dropping our seat into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your left foot back in the lunge. Exhale your right foot back to meet it, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale over the tops of your feet. Your knees want to come up, upward facing dog. You're dropping your knees now, curling under your toes. Seat to heels, downward dog. Take a nice resting breath. Looking up between your hands, we'll inhale our left leg up. Again, you could always help it along the way. Exhale your right heel down to the mat. At our fingertips to the mat on either side of our left leg, we're inhaling up into warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Again, check your alignment. Look over your right hand at your fingertips. Very nice. On the inhale, we cartwheel our right arm up as we lift our left heel up toward, off the mat. Take both hands to either side of our left foot and exhale your right foot up to meet your left, forward fold. Inhale up into chair and Tadasana. We're going to add on. On the inhale, we're dropping our seat, bringing our arms up into chair. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale your right foot back and exhale your left foot back to meet a downward dog. Inhale into plank, and you could do either knees, chest, chin, or come all the way down to chaturanga. Not all the way to the mat, halfway down to the mat. Inhale, upward dog over the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice breath. Looking between your hands, make sure that your blocks are close by. We will be using them. Inhale your right foot up between your hands. Again, you can help it along the way. Exhale your left heel down. With your blocks on either side of your foot, your right foot, we're coming up into the warrior one, warrior two, and we are straightening our right leg. And this is Trikonasana. You're going to keep your right leg straight. We're leaning forward. Our hips are in the same location, leaning forward, forward, forward. And you're dropping your right arm to the mat. This on the big toe side of your right foot, looking up to your left hand. If you didn't catch that, we are straightening our right leg, leaning forward. Our right arm comes down, our left arm comes up. All in the same breath. This is Trikonasana. Now we're going to do Pavrita Trikonasana, a lot of revolving for autumn. And you're bringing your left hand down to the block as your right arm comes up on the opposite side. You can exhale your right arm down to the mat. We don't need our blocks. You're bending your right foot, bringing your left heel up, and exhale into forward fold. Inhale into chair and Tadasana. We'll do that on the other side. Inhale our arms up, dropping our seat into chair. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. With our hands on either side of our feet, inhale your left leg back and exhale your right foot back to meet a downward dog. Inhale, coming into plank, and you can do knees, chest, chin, or come down for chaturanga. Over the top of your feet, knees up into upward facing dog. Over your toes, downward facing dog. Take a nice breath. Look between your hands. Inhale your left foot up as you exhale your right heel down to the mat. Keeping our blocks on either side. We can start right here. We are inhaling up into warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Straightening our left front leg. We're leaning over to serve that pizza. We don't want to come too close. And at the same time, we're dropping our left hand down to the pinky side of our pinky side of our left foot, and you're bringing your right arm up. And I'll do that again. You don't have to if you're there, but you're leaning forward to serve that pizza. Your left hand comes down to the block. Your right arm is up. Now you are dropping your right hand to the other block that's by your big toe and inhaling your left arm up into Pavrita Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Looking at your thumb and bringing your left hand down to the blocks. You could put them in front there. Bend your left leg, your right heel comes up, and bring your right foot up to meet your left. Folding, forward fold. Inhale your arms up, seat down in chair, and Tadasana. We'll do one more set, a totally different variation to honor all the butterflies that are migrating. We'll inhale our arms up, our seats down in chair. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale your right foot back. Exhale your left foot back to meet it, downward dog. Inhale forward into plank, and you could do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Very nice. Take a nice breath. Look between your hands. Inhale your right foot up. Nothing wrong, no shame in helping it up. Exhale your left heel down. Taking your blocks, you could put them a little ways in front because you might need them, maybe not. You're inhaling up into warrior one. Exhaling warrior two. We're coming into a warrior three, like a flying warrior three, to honor all the butterflies and the birds that are migrating this fall to escape these New York winters. So you're bringing your left arm up as your left heel comes off the mat, bending a little deeper into your right foot, or your right knee rather, and you're leaning forward and bringing your left foot up into warrior three. Your hands are forward. You could use the blocks for more support, whatever works for you. I like to alternate. And you could take your left foot to meet your right, forward fold. Bending our legs at the knee, we're inhaling our arms up and exhale. We'll do that one more time on the other side. Inhale our arms up, dropping our seat to chair. Exhale, Uttanasana. With our hands on both sides of our feet, we're inhaling our left leg back and our right foot back to meet it, downward dog. Inhale into plank, and you can do knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Come over the tops of your feet. I did mine together. And back into downward dog. Take a nice breath. Look between your hands. Inhale your left foot up rather, and drop your right heel. Make sure you have your left foot forward so we get the other side. Taking your fingertips to either side of your foot, coming up into warrior one. slicing open to warrior two. Now we're going to cartwheel our right arm up and over as we lift our right heel. We're leaning forward, bending more at the knee, maybe propping ourselves up a little bit and bringing our right foot up. We're in a flying mode. We're soaring through the sky. You could drop your hands to the block, use your blocks for support, whatever helps you. And take your left leg, or your right leg that's up, to meet your left, coming into a forward fold. Bending at the knees, we're bringing our arms up into chair and Tadasana. We come to the front of the mat. We're going to do Vrksasana, which is tree pose. So take your left leg, your foot, and lift up your toes and spread them a bit. This is going to be the standing leg for now. We're going to inhale our right leg up. We could keep the soles of our foot on the shins, just taking my hair down, sorry about that. Or up on the inner side of your left thigh, just not directly on your knee. And we're being a tree, and I'm thinking of Rumi, who is the 13th century Persian poet, and he said, "Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop." In the 13th century he was saying that. So we're being like a tree and letting our dead leaves drop. Yoga is like a waste disposal system. We welcome the new and get rid of what no longer serves us. Very nice. Coming to Tadasana. Lift up the toes of your right foot, spread them a bit and bring them down so you have a nice strong foundation. Mine's a little uneven. And you can inhale your left foot up. You can keep your toes on the mat if you like. You can be holding on to something. You can come all the way up, whatever is good for you. And just like Rumi said, we're being like a tree, letting the dead leaves drop. And be like a tree, let the dead leaves drop. A new beginning, welcoming autumn. Yoga is like a garbage disposal system. Very nice. Okay, we're going to heel our toes out a bit. And we're coming into, not too far, because we're coming into a squat. Take the palms of your hands together. We're coming with a straight back into squat. You could always sit on your block if that works for you, but just get comfortable. We're coming into noose. And this also is a great lung opener, as well as works our digestive system. Anything that we revolve and really gives our internal organs a twist and stimulates them. So you are taking your left hand diagonally to the side of the mat. Bring your right arm up. Twist your hand so that your thumb is facing down, the back of your hand toward the back of the mat. We're bending our right arm at the elbow. And you can take your left hand and bring it to the outside of your left thigh and bend it and try to find the fingertips of both hands, and you could wrap them around each other, or for more of a challenge, the inside of your left thigh, and you could reach around for the bind and look up over your right shoulder. I'll show you what it looks like from behind. This is called noose pose. Again, your left arm could be on the outside of your thigh if that's better for you. And come coming back into squat. Now we'll take our right arm diagonally to the side and inhale your left arm up. Twist your hand so that your thumb is facing down, your palm is toward the back of the mat. You're bending your left hand at the elbow. You could take your right arm to the outside of your thigh and bend it as well and reach for your fingers, or the inside and you're reaching for your fingers. Good. I'll turn around to make sure you see what I'm doing. Look over your left shoulder. Don't be jumping around like me. I'm just trying to show you all angles. And you could unclasp your hands and put your seat down on the mat. And we're fishtailing our feet around so that we are in bow. We're coming into bow pose, Dhanasarasana. So take your hands, spread your fingers, your thumbs are together. You're coming into Sphinx pose first. So you're in a Sphinx pose. You're on your forearms, the palms down. You are bending your left leg at the knee. And you're bringing your left arm out and around so that you grab the pinky toe side of your left foot. You can maybe pull it towards you a bit, just so that we get a sense of like direction so we know where we're at. You could extend your left leg, bring your left arm around, bend your right leg at the knee, your right arm comes forward and around. You're going for the pinky toe side of your right foot. And coming around. So now we're going to bend our left leg at the knee and our right leg at the knee. And we could take our left arm and find the left foot, our right arm, and come around and find the right foot. And we're inhaling up into Dhanasarasana. This totally energizes and stimulates our adrenal glands, which are right above our kidneys, which increases the flow to our digestive system. Really, really good for us. And coming down. You could extend your legs and take your arms out to a T and take your right cheek to the mat. Just going to wag our tails a little bit. And we'll come back up into Sphinx pose. Our thumbs are together, our fingers are spread. Bend your right leg at the knee and your left. We'll bring our right arm around, finding the pinky toe side of our right foot. Our left arm can come around to find the outside of our left foot. And we can come up and never inhale up and hold our breath. We're always breathing and breathing. And this combats constipation. It's really good for your digestive system. You breathe more deeply. It strengthens our diaphragms, which are very, very good with the breathing in the lungs. Maybe a little higher. And coming down, we'll extend our legs out straight. Our arms are out to a T. Take the cheek, your left cheek to the mat. We'll wag our tails. And lifting our chins, coming back into Sphinx pose. Together, we'll bend our legs at the knees. You could do one arm at a time, or maybe go for it and go around and grab both at the same time. You're coming up into the bow pose, Dhanasarasana. Maybe a little higher this time. And coming down. Very nice, straightening your legs. Take your arms and your hands under your shoulders. We're bringing our bodies up and sitting back on our heels into Balasana Child Pose. To counteract the back bend, you could come maybe a little closer, a little more in the center of your mat. I'm going to take the crown of my head to the mat, close to my knees. Bring my arms down by my heels. My palms are up, coming into rabbit. Lifting up your seat. And breathing. And coming down. It's always good to counteract those back bends with a type of forward fold. Take your mat and you're going to roll it towards you. We're doing one last autumn asana, which is Camel, where you could see as we're doing this that we're just welcoming autumn. So this is a little padding for your knees. You're coming up on the mat. You're going to take your blocks to the outsides of your feet, the pinky sides of your feet. I would suggest the highest length, maybe a little bit back. You're in toes pose, and you're inhaling your way up. So from here, first we'll just practice, take your hands and put them on your lower back, and we're just bringing our elbows back close together, leaning our pelvis forward. Looking maybe up toward the sky and coming up straight. You could continue doing this, or if you want more, you're taking your right arm up, you're cartwheeling it around, you're finding the block, and your left hand up and around. You're also finding the block on the left side. This is good enough if you want to drop the crown of your head toward your shoulders. Slowly picking up your head. Take your left hand to your lower back, your right hand to your lower back, and we're coming up nice and straight and sitting back on our heels. We'll repeat that on the other side. You could use your blocks, or you could maybe grab your heels, which I will show you. So you're coming up on your knees, going into the toes pose. Our hands on our lower back, sticking our pelvis forward, our elbows coming back. Maybe they probably won't ever touch, but coming toward each other. You could take your left arm, cartwheel it up and around, finding your heel or the block. Your right arm up and around, heel or the block. Lifting your chin up toward the sky. You can drop your head if that's comfortable, only if it's comfortable. Taking your right hand to your lower back and your left as we come up, you're slowly dropping your chin forward and sitting back in toes pose. Very, very nice. We'll do that one last time. I'm going to go from toes pose to the top of my feet. You could use your blocks, your heels, whatever's accessible to you. We're coming up. And you could place both hands on your lower back. As you could see, we're welcoming autumn, bringing your right arm up and around, finding the block, your heel, your left arm up and around. Could look up toward the sky, drop your crown of your head if you like. Welcoming autumn. Doesn't this look like a total welcome pose? Taking both hands to our lower back, we're slowly, inch by inch, coming up and dropping our seat to our heels. We will roll out the mat, move the blocks out of the way, fishtail our feet around. We're coming into a forward fold to counteract the back bend. Maybe you could put a block behind your feet just so that you don't have one leg forward, more forward than the other. I like to do it this way. And keeping our feet flexed, we're inhaling our arms up and exhaling forward. You could maybe touch the block, not all of us. You could put the block anywhere you want. But I kind of like to keep them so my feet are in perfect alignment. We're exhaling down and breathing. At the base of your last exhale, we're inhaling up. Interlacing our fingers, and we're slowly coming down one vertebrae at a time, down to a reclined position. Very nice. Letting our shoulders drop toward the mat. Take your legs out to either side of the mat. Your feet are going to splay open, getting ready for Shavasana. Take the palms of your hands up toward the sky, down by your hips. Be aware of your breathing. Notice your breathing, the inhale for as long a duration as your exhale. Zipping our feet together, our heels together. We're going to snow angel our arms up over our heads. Give ourselves a nice stretch, pointing our toes, our fingertips, and bringing our arms, snow angeling them around as we inhale our knees up toward our chest. Give ourselves a nice hug. And you could roll to either side of the mat, making your way back up into, why don't we do butterfly again? We started with it, we could end with it. And just wishing you have a beautiful, beautiful autumn, and that you're aware of your surroundings. You notice all the leaves changing, the butterflies, all the changes, and welcoming them. And please subscribe to Amazing Trails Yoga channel so we can communicate. I would love to hear from you. Placing our hands together, heart center. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Namaste.